Even the reinforced concrete base beneath it was yanked straight from the ground, leaving a deep crater in its original spot. The machine wreaked destruction along its path, breaking many pieces of equipment along the way. Finally, it hit a thick wall at the back and stopped. The red number on the display screen was increasing rapidly. It went from 10,000 to 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 80, 90, and finally, it stopped at 100,000. When it hit the limit of 100,000, the numbers were still blinking like crazy. Finally, there was a boom, and the screen exploded. Sparks flew, and black smoke filled the air. In an instant, the entire room fell deathly silent. Everyone was stunned as they watched the strength tester machine fly over 30 feet away. They were rooted to the spot and didn't react for half a minute. Their eyes were as wide as saucers. Their mouths opened wide in disbelief that an egg could fit in there. They never expected that something like this could even happen. The entire strength tester machine broke down from just a punch. Was he even fucking human? My eyes aren't playing tricks on me, right? He sent the strength tester machine flying. What the fuck? Where did the monster come from? This is completely out of this world. Nothing like this has ever happened before. After a short silence, the crowd whispered among themselves. They all looked at Dustin like they had seen a ghost. Their shock was written all over their faces. It wouldn't have been such a big deal if Dustin had scored higher. Devin would just grit his teeth and accept it. But now, Dustin destroyed the machine with his fist. How could he accept that? That's impossible. That's completely impossible. How can he be stronger than Devin? Gianna shook her head frantically. She couldn't believe her eyes. Even with his God-given talent, Devin had only scored 15,000. Dustin was so skinny. How was he this strong? Was his score too much for the machine to calculate? The other disciples looked at each other dumbfounded. If they weren't wrong, after Dustin's punch sent the machine a distance away, the number on display had jumped to 100,000. Then it began to blink wildly. Finally, it blew up when it couldn't handle it anymore. If the display wasn't wrong, that meant that the force of Dustin's punch earlier had reached 100,000 pounds. At the thought of that, chills ran down their spines. That result was out of this world. Dustin paid no mind to everyone else's surprise. Instead, he turned to the staff of the Martial Arts Alliance. I guess my punch broke the record, right? Oh, why yes, of course. The staff paused for a moment before nodding frantically. He couldn't imagine what would happen if that punch had hit him instead. Do I need to pay for breaking the machine? Dustin asked. And no need, the staff shook his head.